Schicken Sie uns einen MG-42-Kurs.
Sagen Sie dem Kommandostab, wir greifen an. Sie sollen Verstärkung schicken.
Aufteilen! Feldwebel, übernehmen Sie mit 3 Männern die Flanke. Ich gebe Ihnen Feuerschutz.
Überprüfen Sie die Waffen. Wir wollen diesmal keine Ladehemmungen.
What's a revolutionary to a revolution himself? You sowed the seeds just to see some fruits, but my germination helped me branch out. You gotta snatch it for yourself if you wanna taste the forbidden fruits. So I buried this rebel with his cause right next to the Zionist. You are behind steel bars, now you're about to feel the iron fist. What you gonna do? Raise arms at Hitler? Put you on a list right next to Schindler. If you're CNN India today at the youth, times now ain't been good to your legacy too. With the tip of my fingers all the strings are pulled. The only time you struck a chord was making the news. Stormtroopers through the streets going apeshit. Chewbacca, what I aircrafted to destroy, that's Luftwaffe. If you think your ship is gonna sail, I send U-boats in a deep dive. Storms blazing, Kriegsknife, bombs raising, blitz style, then arms raising, that's Sieg Heil. It was Mein Kampf that made me a kingpin. We faced some similar conditions, but the scene changed. You went to jail, spent the remainder in a sale, why even bother? I went to jail and became the best-selling author. You wrote a book too, I commend you for your authentic writing. Boy, out of prison I achieved everything listed on the prophecy I penned. So a better writer, ain't no debate on that part. How can you survive these lines if you died behind the bars?
One supreme race. What an immaculate conception. Bloody reality always gets in the way of perfection, isn't it? So you get your hands dirty. But when your own past muddy, it's very easy to sweep the truth under the rubble of destruction. With your blonde hair, blue eyes, and tall, wait, those are shrewd lies. You didn't let them scrutinize what a true disguise you were using while your Jewish lines were masked up. No, Quentin, but had I been in your time, you would really have to deal with that inglorious bastard. Then here's the nation that bore the faith in you, Jan Geese and me. What that mean? Now a couple have hiked out since you said there's no place for Jews. And you seen to it that the streets are painted red with your Aryan views. But the only red in sight were the blood stains and the Soviet troops. And I did strike a chord with all the triggers I pulled. And you needed only one bulletin to be the face of the news. Think the Sarah, you lit yourself up and they looked at it as a festive sight. You got left right in the center, the X is right, let me set this right. You thought life is a movie, but before it blacked out, all you could see was the exit sign. And only marriage vows you took were in sickness and death, his bride thought la petite mark. Not the little death she expected for her wedding night. And she sought to celebrate this life, but you were petrified. The only loophole you had was to face it. The only loophole you had was to face it. But you roped her in as you went down escaping, and that's the difference. I went down with my head held high.
Here's where the plot thickens. I've had the opposition caught slipping, then rot in prison without a pot to piss in. My officers like art students. Every assignment they draw submissions. Treated assassination plots like Ragnarok. Made Valkyrie face the fire squad. Sighted enemies in Wolf's Lair, their packs set ablaze like Ribbentrop Molotov. It's the night of long knives. You can roam in with the mutineers. Cause the Caesar likes of Brutus, they couldn't drop this Julius, the view is clear. Find me mentioned with the greatest conquerors. Your entire entourage hunted to the last Gaius like Cassius Longinus. What a rebel. He led his people right into death or in prison. You talk all independence all you want, but you stake your own freedom. It's a black day when a brown rebel surrenders to white cops. How did you play a key role in liberation by being behind the lock? You really speak with conviction, but you can't speak outside the box. I thought revolution was your love, till you let the regime tie a knot. War machines stretched from Narvik to Sicily. Rail guns on tracks played a murderous symphony. My opposition dug their own grave quite literally. Look at the chemistry, one final solution had the juice evaporating instantly. With a sharp knife for tongue, eye for one cut through, couldn't stay rattled in a cage. You spent years on the run, but I for one know better how to cross a line and finish a race.
Let me set this straight. You weren't a match for me. They know me for standing firm in the face of fear and death. You were on your knees shaking frantically. My story was full of blood and glory, and yours ended as a tragedy. You had your people raise arms, but I'm the one who led the revolution single-handedly. You ask what's the difference? We are not the same. The history books know it too well. Let me turn a page. See, my love story with the revolution aged well, and all your love affairs were underage. You buried more history than you made, like it's no biggie. Had the whole nation fall in love with you for all the wrong reasons. So be it. Like a toxic relationship, both of you had a downfall because you did not see the red flags knowingly. I'm so gritty. See, you don't have to be a genius to decide that your hunger for power has started to eat you up from the inside. Your thirst for more had left you with nothing inside. You were shooting in the dark. It's no surprise that you needed a shot to get closer to the light. These lines will send a chill down your spine like Russian winters. Watch the enemy's feet get cold. What's stalling your troops is the lane in which the freezing seasons stroll. Get Russian to Russian off quick. Your armies were marked for a loss in this gamble. Even with a remote location, you couldn't cross the English Channel. The audacity, or wait, do we call it the delusion? Whatever it is, that's bold of you, friend. You're a great conqueror, but couldn't get your hold of yourself. You had to put a hole in your head. Man, were you bored with yourself? You killed yourself and were gone with the wind. Of death stank the weather. I'm a room freshener. They hanged me and I've been lingering in the air forever.